in Indianapolis. It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Brady now on first down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he's going to go down again. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting under
pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Love. Open man completes it to Butler. to the 12-yard line here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
This is Breedham. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Breida. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He was brought down there by Reggie Gilbert.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. That one good for 21 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action. Glove to throw. That's caught by Jackson. It'll be a gain of 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
4-yard line.
Those INT PATs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll be third down. Throwing now is Brady. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He's brought down.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
On second down, Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Eckler, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of
second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Brady's throw there complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was so vital in their wild card win a week ago. 8 catches in that game. This is his first one in this affair. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady, that's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Brady's back.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
1st and 10. At their own
second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Gain of 20 more yards.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, it's Love. That's once again complete to Chark. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Roby Coleman. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. He's at the 40. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. They'll find Williams on the slant. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Jack Doyle. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Jack Doyle.
So it's on to half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Randy Bullock.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jordan Love in his offense, ready to get the football back. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say not get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had to have time, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe allow a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. on second down, a run with Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Jackson, incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
The 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically. Because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here is Eckler. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And some space here. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And his kick is right through. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The New York set to take the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just... engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Brady, and he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open man is Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
5 yards. And the Jets 1st down.
On 1st down, Brady. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
The way in, touchdown, New York. Devin Duvernay, 45 yards. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Love. Caught by the tight end Hurts. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Oh, look at that, a diving catch. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Love keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And maybe the defense is there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. First and 10. Here's Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Foreman, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Foreman, and he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
The score, Colts 24.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Brady now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Isaiah Simmons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady, and that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. That one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deshaun Jackson, 62 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Brady now on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady got his man. That's Tyrell Williams.
Brady.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are